The footage you just saw of that intro bit for the RX-7 drifting, that was actually recorded yesterday. It was part of a 1 hour 30-minute recording, in which I forgot to record my goddamn microphone. Also, this is what it looks like now. Anyways, hello you sexy beast and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Before we move on, I do want to ask you guys a big favor. In the description you'll find a link to a video made by a couple of buddies of mine. Now this channel has absolutely no exposure at the moment, it's very small. And I want you guys to just watch the video. Just watch the quality of the editing, alright? Because if you're watching this video, chances are you like cars as well, and the channel is all about cars. So check the video in the link in the description down below, watch the video, see if you like it, and let them know that I sent you. Now, Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 is all about the mechanics of cars. You see this back wheel over here? Why not just remove it? In fact, you can pretty much remove all of these pieces that you see that are highlighted. You can remove them, you can renovate them. You can't really exchange them unless you move a bit with the car editor, which is another thing. But you can make some pretty nice things. This Dodge Charger, for example, I bought it off of the auction house. And whilst it did look pretty well, it wasn't really all that great. The color was a bit just off, it was just like a cream white, just looked ugly. So, I put some drag slicks on it. I completely rebuilt the engine. Actually, let me show you that. And I painted the car red and put some nice liveries on it there. Ah, just sexy ass. And now this engine looks absolutely pristine. Same thing with the RX-7 actually. As you saw in the video, the body of the RX-7 was completely wrecked. I had to redo the body, I had to redo all of the body panels. But the interior of the car was actually already completely repaired when you saw it. So, oh, right. We are missing the engine because it's over there. This is the engine. Two-rotor rotary engine of the RX-7, completely rebuilt as well. All the parts are 100% new. And, well, it's part of this car over here. I just put it over there because it kind of looks nice having it over there. This is an order car. It's part of the story, which I'm not really going to mess with much today, because we are going to build another car. Now, I have a couple of options. We could either go to the Junkyard and see what kind of cars we have over there. We could go to the barns and see if we can have a nice barn find. Maybe find another Dodge. We can have the Challenger, for example. We can find a Mazda RX-3. Or we can go to the auction house and try to find something nice there and then try to convert it. For this episode, I do kind of want to turn it into a dirt car. As much as we can, of course. We can't really mess with the suspension or anything. But we can put some different tires and some dirt tires on any car that we want. The fourth option and final option, if we don't find anything nice, is I do have a couple of options in my parking garage. And I do believe I have a car that has a supercharged engine, which might be something interesting. None of these currently have superchargers on. I don't think you can simply put them on, at least not in the stock cars. You will have to modify them in the game editor in order to put different engines on. Which I might just do for the Dodge Charger eventually. Just have a massive supercharger with an air scoop sticking through the hood. Would look quite nice. But for the moment we are just really running the stock vanilla game. Of course you can see that I'm level 70 and such. Yeah, that isn't vanilla. I did kind of cheat, simply because the grind in this game is so goddamn long. And I also had issues with my save game. There's a lot of issues with this game where it just bugs out. I think it was one issue I had with my first restoration car. I was doing a Ford Mustang, or whatever it's called in this game. And it just glitched out the wheels and broke my save file after 15 hours of playing. I was really angry at that, let's just say that. So, thankfully I did recover the save file. This is the save file that was my original save file. I did recover it. And I just used a trainer to get my levels up so I can show you everything in here. The garage is now completely upgraded. My parking garage is completely upgraded. I have pretty much everything. But access to the racetrack and access to engine tuning, which I think you unlocked through doing the these story missions. But it's something I'll do offline, off camera, just for myself. Because I have to say, this game is really quite chilly. Not chilly, but relaxing. Yes, that is the word. There's something very relaxing about working on cars and just seeing the end result. But, well, I can talk out of my arse, but I can't really show you anything, so let's see if we can find a car. I am tempted to... Let's try the car auction first. Let's see what nice cars we have over there. Alright, so Kuramoon, this is a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Not interested, thank you very much. Ooh. This one could look nice, but I'm not too sure. It kind of looks like a Judge. GTO Judge, at least from the front. The cars here, of course, are just approximations. At least these ones are just approximations of the real cars, because, well, copyright issues and all that. The only cars that are real, so to speak, are the Dodge Challenger, Charger, and the Mazda RX-3 and RX-7. But those you have to get as DLCs. This is a Jeep. It is all-wheel drive, which would be nice if you could put some dirt tires on there, but... Nah, I don't think you guys want to see the restoration of a Jeep. Oh, no. This one I am tempted for. This one I am very much tempted for. This is modeled after the Dodge Charger Daytona. You know what? I'm going to buy this. I am going to buy this. I have plenty of money, so I'm not really worried about the money at all. But I might just buy this, maybe not use it in this video, but maybe use it in the future as a drag car build. Come on, stop wasting my money. 37 grand, 38 grand, 39 grand. Stop! I have plenty of money, but I still want to turn a profit on this thing. Jesus Christ. Is it this? Yeah, 44 grand, alright. We're going to send this to the parking lot. We're not going to use this car just yet. Mazda RX-7 would be a very interesting build, but we already have a Mazda RX-7. Might do something in the future, build a whole new Mazda RX-7 for you guys, but for the moment I'm not too interested in that. Bolt Reptilia, this is a Corvette. This, I think, has a supercharger. I'm not too sure. Although I already have one of these cars in the parking lot. That's the one with the supercharger. The one in the parking lot, I'm sure, has a supercharger. Ooh. Never seen this car. I'm supposing this is a Ford F-150 or something along those lines. Big, massive truck. No. Let's... Mike, don't just buy any car you see. No. We did buy a Charger. We did buy a Charger Daytona. That thing is... Oh, that thing is nice. I'm just going to show you guys one of the barns. If we find something nice in the barn, maybe we'll take it. But chances are, barn fights generally have to be quite restored. Essentially, it goes like this. The cars in the auction house are the best preserved. They generally don't need much of restoration. The cars in bar finds are the second best preserved, but they do need quite a bit of restoration, especially to the body. And finally, the junkyard cars are just complete wrecks that you have to build from the ground up, essentially. Now, what do we have over here? This looks like one of the old Citroens. Interesting. 18 grand for a Sakura GT20? Nah. And another Daytona. This one, of course, much cheaper, but also in much worse wear. The engine is the same one as on the regular Dodge Charger though, so no supercharger on this one, so yeah, we already have this car. No point going for a car that we already have. What about junk? You can find, you can search junk parts and search for special parts. Normally you can find some tuning parts in here, which you can't actually use. I still... Oh, hello. Oh, hello, this is a Challenger. Oh yes, this is a Challenger, alright. How much are you going to cost me? 27 grand. See, here's the thing. In the recording that I did yesterday, this was the car that I was restoring. And I don't feel like having to restore the whole car again. Oh man, but I think it's just so sexy. You know what, I'm just going to buy this and put it in the garage for later use. How about that? In the car parking, I mean. Right, nothing else to see. Let's leave the garage. finally I just want to check out the Junkyard. Alright, welcome to the Junkyard. One of the loudest places in the game and also one with the worst FPS. I have no idea why, but there's just so many asses in this place, it's just quite horrible. Now we're not going to look too much in the parts. You can actually search most of these junk cars for parts, but we're not too interested in that. Instead I want to see what kind of wrecks we have over here. Alright, so here's an Eclipse, not interested, shitty car. Normally you can find some cars back here as well, not this time around. Here's actually where I found my RX-7, the one you have in the garage right now. I think I saw another car back there as well. Let's see. Yep, there it is. And this is another Charger. It's completely destroyed. Oh man. How much would this cost? 11 grand. So here's the thing, if you're going to do a full rebuild anyways, getting a car from the junkyard is not a bad thing. You can turn a profit from restoring these things. And you can sell one of these Chargers for like 60 grand when they are completely restored. So it's definitely a good idea to go here and just salvage cars for money, but overall not too great, not really what we're looking for right now. Here's another Challenger, I believe. This wouldn't cost us 10 grand. Also not too bad, but as you can see, missing most of the parts, doesn't even have a steering wheel. And the engine, oh yeah, the engine is just completely wrecked. Missing most of the parts as well. This is just, as I said, the junkyard cars are complete rebuilds. You need to completely rebuild these junkyard cars. And finally, another GT20, Sakura GT20, isn't it? Yes, it is. I haven't done one of these yet. I might do one of these days. Maybe one of these days. Lots of one of these. Not for now though. So I think we're going to go to our parking garage next and see what we have over there. Alright lads, here we are. Welcome to my parking garage. These are all my cars. So we have a Ford truck, an old Ford truck. What's it called in this game? A Smith 1500. Thinking of building this thing either into a drag tune or into a dirt tune as well. It is only a rear-wheel drive, but well, and the engine is also quite weak. As you can see, the engine only puts out 145 horsepower at best. Maybe once I log tuning, we might look at this car again, but for now it's just going to stick here. I do like the color though, it looks really nice. Then we have this car that looks like a Shelby. The wheels seem massively oversized for this car. DC Typhoon, 306 horsepower, quite strong. This might be a nice racing build or drag build as well. The car is quite light and quite strong, and look at this engine. Rawr. Of course completely rusty and destroyed, but you get the point. This is the... yeah, this one has a supercharger, alright. This is the Bolt Rotili, which is modeled on a old Corvette. And this one does indeed have a supercharger, so this is probably going to be the car that we're going to use. Make this thing into a dirt monster. Over here, the Charger Daytona. Engine looks actually pretty nice. I don't think we will have to do much in terms of renovation with this thing. Can't see the car status without actually testing the car, but it is looking quite nice. Let me just check something. Ah, okay, the trunk does not go through the wing. Good. I've seen some ridiculous things in this game in terms of bugs. Thankfully, that's not one of them. And finally, a completely black Challenger, which needs... yeah, this thing needs a bit of love. This thing needs a bit of love, alright. The engine is completely wrecked. Needs a complete engine rebuild. Body looks pretty good, though. I have to say, the body looks pretty good. Could probably use it with a new trunk and a new rear bumper. But overall, even the windows look pretty good. This is definitely salvageable. This is something you can flip for profit. Alright, but without further ado, we are going to build ourselves a Corvette dirt car. Alright, here we are, and since most of our garage is already full, this thing is already on the lifter. Awesome. Let's take a look at this engine. Supercharger V8, proper V8. Car looks positively wrecked though. I think we're just going to do a full rebuild of this thing, honestly. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you some of the options that we have. Imagine we were going to simply repair this car. With the right mouse click, you open up your wheel of options. Now with the examine mode, you can manually examine some of the things. And it gives you a state of this. Red generally means very bad, as you can see on the bottom left corner, condition is only 28%. This needs to be replaced. Supercharger can actually... supercharger doesn't look too bad. 59% could be repairable. 45%. Yeah, you get the point. Alternatively, you have some examined tools as well. Now this car is pretty old, so I really doubt... Oh, it does! It does actually have an OBD scanner port. Awesome. This is very useful to give you a general idea of spark plugs, coils and stuff like that. Yeah, this thing needs a lot of work. Alright, what else? Let's see how the engine is doing. Compression tester. This will test our engine, pistons, crankshaft, stuff like that. As I expected, we will need to replace some of the pistons. And yeah, we might just as well replace everything. Even the block is looking quite grotty. Alright, next up... Not that. Electronic meter. How are the electronics looking? I actually wonder if we can start this thing. I'm not sure if we can start this thing at all. Oh, the battery is completely dead. And the starter as well. Yeah, we're going to need to change that before we can attempt to start this thing. Alright, as for the rest, a fuel pressure test maybe. I believe the fuel tank's probably completely broken as well. Yep, fuel pump is broken. Fuel filter not looking too bad. Fuel tank looks pretty rusted up though. We'll have to check that. Alright, so I have a feeling this car is not going to run at all. Let me check. Looking at the state of the battery and of the starter, this car is not even going to start. The interior looks pretty nice though, that much I have to say. The interior looks very nice. Start the car. Nope, no signal at all. Okay, so this probably means two things. Battery needs to be replaced, which we can do right now. We're just going to put this battery onto this charger. Yes, thank you very much. And we need to replace the starter as well. For that we have to put it on the car lifter. I'm just going to buy the starter right away as well. Chances are we might have also to replace the spark plugs. Starter V8. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's put this thing on the lifter. Oh man, this exhaust looks absolutely horrible. Alright, the starter should be over here. Yes. Let's replace the starter. Oh, there's also missing an exhaust manifold, right. Let me check. Exhaust manifold V8. It's missing both of them, so let's get those as well. There we go. Lower this down. Meanwhile, let's get the battery. Should be charged by now, I hope. Yes, it is. Alright. So we can now put the battery back in and try this again. Oh, it's also missing a fuel rail. This thing is missing actually a lot of things there, but I wasn't expecting here. Right. Battery back in. We need a fuel rail. Do we have a fuel rail? No, we don't. We do have some coils cover left over. Alright. All the chances are we're going to need to replace the coils as well. Oh man, this thing is missing a lot of things. Holy crap. This engine is completely wrecked. Right, belt tensioner, idle roller, and fuel rail DI. Okay. Alright, everything replaced. That fuel pump looks very bad, so we're actually going to replace the fuel pump as well. I do believe I still have one left over, but just in case, we're going to buy one. Fuel... Might as well just replace the fuel filter as well, whilst we're at it. Fuel filter, and fuel pump, and fuel tank. Fuck it, let's replace everything. Okay, fuel pump, completely broken, fuel tank completely broken. Let's put in a shiny new one. If you let me. There we go. New fuel pump, new fuel tank. Finally going to replace the fuel filter. And if this car still doesn't start, then I know exactly what's wrong. We are probably going to need to replace the... Where is the fuel filter? Also, I didn't mount the exhaust fault. There we go. We're probably going to need to replace the spark plugs and the coils as well. Fuel filter. The fuel filter actually doesn't look half bad. It was one of the best parts in there. But we're going to replace that anyways. We're going to replace all of the parts anyway, so we might as well. So, the engine should now be ready, hopefully. Let's see if this starts. No. Not at all. Right. This means I know exactly what this means. Hold on. Fuel rate is looking good. Okay, so that's not it. We're going to need to remove this throttle here. Let's remove this coil's cover. What about electronics? Where are the electronic parts all at? There should be some kind of system to control all of these. Ignition coil looks absolutely shot. Oh man, these ignition coils. Yeah, I know exactly why this car wasn't moving at all. Should probably put some oil in the engine as well before you try and start it. It's not like it doesn't do any damage in the game, but it's still just a common sense thing to do. This is called car mechanic simulator after all. You might as well pretend to be a car mechanic simulator thing. God damn it. Alright, ignition. We need ignition coils. We need lots of ignition coils. 8 cylinders, 8 ignition coils, and we're going to need spark plugs as well. Spark plugs, 8 cylinders, 8 spark plugs. There we go. Hopefully I don't have the same bug. I had a bug yesterday where it was using the parts double. So 2 parts for each cylinder, which was not very good. It seems to be working just fine now. Ignition coil, ignition coil, ignition coil, ignition coil. Moving on to the other side. Let's get the spark plugs in there as well. Although, the starter didn't even move at all, which is weird. Usually it should move the starter as well. And we did replace the starter, we did replace the battery as well. So not too sure what might be causing that. We might still be missing some pieces that I do not know. I didn't even check if we had an oil pan. Do we have an oil pan? We do. So we do have an oil pan. That is weird. That is very weird indeed. Let's replace the coil covers. And throttle. Right, now. Now are you going to work? That's a $1 million question here. I could swear that we are missing something though. Isn't there... There's supposed to be something that controls the coils, unless this engine is unique in that way. Might just be part of the supercharger, really. Anyways, let's try and start the engine. Come on. Yes! It is alive and it is loud as fuck. Holy crap, why is the sound so overblown? Alright, it sounded like a rocket engine. Jesus Christ. We're going to need to replace this whole exhaust system as well. Oh, god damn it. But what now follows is going to be a montage, guys. Yes, I know the video is already getting pretty long, but I'm going to do a fast forward montage of myself completely ripping this card apart and completely rebuilding it. And towards the end, we're going to drive the thing. So, I'll see you at the end of it. Oh man, look at this poor engine. It is completely wrecked. Alright, the engine has been completely unmounted. We are now going to try and repair this thing. One of the features in this game is that you can try at least to repair some of the parts that you have. Now I do have the repair skill completely maxed out. I have a 95% chance to repair the object that I'm repairing, but it's still not a guarantee. Now, most of the parts aren't really too bad of an issue if you don't repair them, but there are some big parts that we do want to repair. Mainly the engine heads, the engine box especially. This can get very expensive if we don't repair it. And probably the supercharger as well, and the gearbox. Pretty much all the big parts, if you can repair them, that's going to be great. So, let's try it. Crankshaft repaired. Camshaft repaired. Good, so far we're on a streak. I think we broke the clutch. Yes, we repaired the engine head. Alright, can we keep going? Engine block. Yes, we repaired the engine block. Alright. Ooh, gearbox. Please let me repair this. 98%? Should I risk it? Should I risk it for the biscuit? Yes. Oh god, please tell me I didn't break it. Please tell me I didn't just break it. Gearbox, 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 where are you? Oh shit, where's the gearbox? Yes, we made it! Okay, okay, ooh, good. We didn't break the gearbox. Alright, good. We can start repairing this engine now. Look at that shiny new engine block. Alright lads, the engine is rebuilt. Completely from scratch essentially. We do have some repaired parts in there which are all now at 100%. Equivalent to being brand new really. We are still missing some bits though, hold on. I just realized we are still missing some things. And indeed we are. We didn't fix the camshafts. Or the pistons, so let's do that real quick. Now we are ready. Alright, so now that the engine's done, we need to take care of the rest of the car. Chances are it's all going to be, yep, pretty much wrecked. So we're going to need to replace this whole front section and the rear running gear as well. But oh man, this engine looks so sexy. Look at that. Ah. Alright, 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 come on, let's keep working. This car looks so damn empty now. It is a complete shell of what it used to be. Still worth 7 grand, even though it's just literally a shell. There's nothing left on this car. Now I have a feeling that whilst we are with the shell of the car completely dismantled, we might as well try and repair some of the bodywork and the interior. So let's move the welder onto the car lifter. It's going to cost us 1 grand, but we'll need it. Body has been repaired, okay. We still need to take care of the exterior body panels, which we might as well just do as well. Hold on. We also need to take care of the interior. Now, what does the interior look like? The interior actually doesn't look half bad. I might just as well keep it, honestly. Look at that. It looks awesome. It looks great. Now this car is a complete shell of itself. Look at that. This is... I love this. I don't know how to explain, but seeing something that you love naked is always a good thing, isn't it? Now let's see if we can actually repair some of these body parts. I doubt we can do much with them. Wow, they actually look great. Alright, let's reassemble the car now. Hood, all good. Front bumper, awesome. Left headlights. We might as well just use that, honestly. Actually... That's 90%. Anything, pretty much anything above 80% is good. At least for the resale value. And since we are going to use this car for dirt racing anyways, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I wonder, can I actually send this car on to the paint shop? Also, where's our interior detailing? There you are. No, that's not it. Ah, there you are. Okay, interior detailing toolkits, not on to see, that's not what I wanted. God damn it. Move you on to car lifter array. This way we can restore the interior as well. Yes. Let's quickly check it now. The global body position is 93%. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome indeed. Now. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Can we move this thing onto the paint shop? We cannot. Right. Okay, no problem. We shall now begin restoring the car completely. Although I think you guys have seen enough demounting, so I'll see you again when the job is done. Alright, we are almost done now. The entirety of the running gear is restored. Now we need to put the engine back in and finish up the last bits, and after that it's time to choose some rims, time to choose some wheels, and most importantly, time to choose a nice color. Let's get this engine from here and install it in there. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You can go away now. I don't want you anymore. Look at that. Oh man, this is sexy. It's just sexy. Interesting, this car does have ABS. Nice. Alright. Let's get this back in there. We need to still attach the gearbox, which should be repaired as well. Nice, we repaired the brakes over as well. Awesome. So, radiator. We did repair the radiator. Great. Yes, we repaired everything. Awesome. We have saved a lot of money in this build, I have to say. A lot of money. You don't even know how much money we saved on this build by simply repairing this stuff. It really is useful when you can. Alright, finally. Front exhaust pipe. Another front exhaust pipe. Gearbox. All repaired. Oh man, I'm excited. I've never driven a car with a supercharger in this game. This is literally a first experience for me as well. And I'm super excited to do it. What is it going to sound like? It's still going to sound brokenly overblown like it was before. Or it's going to sound awesome now. Also, goddammit, I forgot to leave 3 plates. Hold on, I see you. Over there. I always forgot one of them. I always forget one of them. It's impressive, really. Let's get this back in. I do actually prefer working on cars with leaf springs simply because they're a little bit more simple. Normally I have upper suspension arms, low suspension arms, the suspension here, then spring caps and springs and stuff like that in back. At least these leaf suspensions are very easy to work on. They don't need many parts. Let's get the brakes on there as well. Surprised this thing does not have a drum brake in the back. You know how American cars are usually. Actually, the Dodge Charger I have over there has a drum brake in the back, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, and I think that's everything. Are we missing anything, really? We got a fuel tank, we got running gear, drive shaft, everything is alright over here as well. No, I think the only thing we need now is the wheels. So, we have some choices to make now. Namely, we need to see what kind of wheel we have. I think we're going to keep the wheel... Oh god, what were the wheels though? Ooh, that is a good question. What were the wheels? Way too many wheels am I? Rim Retro 03B. Okay. I'm actually just going to take a... Actually... Okay, 285, 18. 285, 18. Alright, that much I can do. 285, 18. So, we're going to keep the 18-inch rims, but we are going to have wider and thicker tires. So, what kind of rim do we want for off-roading? I want something that fits the car as well, given that it's a Corvette and all. But I want something that does look like it could go off-road without many problems. Something like this maybe? Something like that? That's pretty standard off-roading stuff. That as well. Not too sure. Actually, this doesn't look half bad. I think this doesn't look half bad. Have a little bit of a deep dish. Similar to these ones, but a little bit more defined. I'm liking these. I'm liking these. Okay. Rim Retro, I think they were 18-inch wheels, yes. So that's 4, okay. And now, we need our rubber. We're going to go for off-road tire. Do I want the stuff in there? We're going to go with the cheaper one, honestly. Not going to need much more than that. Size 18. And I think we're at 255, so we're going to go 305. And for profile, 65 is the maximum we can go. I think I'm doing an error here. I have a feeling we might be buying wheels that are way too big for this car, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? Put some ridiculous wheels on the car. Alright, we need to mount these now. In the tire changer, we're going to install these wheels on these rims. Oh yeah, they are big. They are big, alright. I don't know if they're going to fit the car, but they are very big, alright. As a last resort, we can always just use the old wheels from the Dodge Charger. Those aren't still in pretty good condition. Also, very important, balance your wheels. This is actually a real life story for me. My mom has the habit of just, well, kind of breaking her car, let's say. And we used to have these wheel weights on the outside, right? For those of you who don't know, wheels aren't inherently balanced. You have to put some weight on them to balance them. And make sure that they don't vibrate all over the place, which can get dangerous. Well, my mom had a bright idea of driving on the curb and breaking those weights off. So the car was unbalanced. And it was really scary, because whenever you would reach 100 km/h on the highway, your entire steering wheel would just shake in your hand. Maybe she liked that. I don't know. Alright. Let's balance the final 2 wheels. We're just going to test with this in the back. Oh. Do we have enough space? Do we have enough space? Oh, barely. Okay. Here's the thing. Realistically, this would not work. You would just scrape along everything and just wreck your tires completely. But since in this game scraping isn't really implemented, it doesn't matter, the car will still drive perfectly fine. It will look ridiculous, yes, but it will still drive perfectly fine. So let's balance the final wheel. Next up, we have to send it to the paint shop. The interior looks good, so I'm not going to change that too much. Unless, actually, I have an idea. I do have an idea. There's one thing I want to change in the interior. Steering wheels. I want to put this steering wheel on there. Hey, this car is going to look ridiculous anyway, so we might as well go full balls out, right? In the meantime, let's lower this so we can start working on the steering wheel and everything else. Okay. Oh man, this just looks ridiculous. This just looks absolutely ridiculous. What are we doing? Who had the bright idea of putting dirt tires on a Corvette? Oh, it was me. It's poking through the fender! Oh man, this is not good. Okay, we're actually going to remove these fenders just because. Actually, let's keep it on for now. Because I do want to paint everything, but I think we're just going to remove the fenders because this just looks ridiculous. What is this? Oh god. Alright, we can close the hood. Okay, let's move this on to the paint shop because I'm pretty sure we can still do the repairs we need from in there. So, quickly open this. Interior disassemble. Let's disassemble the steering wheel and put in a new one. Yes. Oh, that looks mean. That looks mean. And yes, I am aware I'm completely rising this car. I do not care. It could be worse. I could make the wheels even bigger. I could put in some vanity license plate and... Actually, yeah. Let's see what kind of liveries we have. Paint car, livery. Oh god. Yep. Yeah, I know what we're doing. I know exactly what we're doing. Alright. This doesn't look so good. This one is not too bad. Carbon. But we're going to go full American, yes! Probably matte black, maybe? What do we want? Doing something completely ridiculous, that is the question right now. What clashes with blue? Actually, what fits with blue? I don't even know what fits with blue. We could make it army green. We could set a factory color. Nah, doesn't look too good. Let's try if we can make some kind of army green. Like that, maybe? Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. But there, I would say. There we go. Okay, we have an army green car. With an American livery and a completely oversized car, rims, tires. Oh god, what are we doing? Now, this car is now in the state completely repaired, so let's just check how much the car is. Holy shit! 76 grand! God damn! Okay. Okay, I see. Alright, we are on the test track. Oh, where is our livery gone? This is weird. It took off our livery, apparently. Okay, the engine sounds kind of like a mixture between a dying cat and a jet engine. Oh. Okay, superchargers sound freaking awesome. Let's try to swing out. Come on, baby. Yes, yes, look at that. Oh god, oh god. Not very controllable, I have to say. How fast can we go on off-road? Come on. 76. Oh. It dies in third gear. It just dies in third gear. It doesn't have enough power. It does not have enough power for third gear. But look at that. Look at the drifts. What the hell did we create? I don't even know. What? Why? What did we create? What is this Frankenstein monster? Why did we do this? I don't know, but it's freaking fun. Actually, one last thing. How fast can we get this thing? It just eats the bumps. No problem. $180 into the wall. I can say I am honestly surprised by how fast that... where did it go? Oh, there it is. I'm honestly surprised by how fast that car went. Holy crap, the supercharger is insane. 580... well, no wonder. 584 horsepower. Jesus Christ, this thing's insane. I was going to sell this car, but I think I might just keep it now. Jesus Christ. This might be an excellent drag car as well. Anyways, lads, this has to be one of the longest videos I've ever done on my channel. Holy crap, it's going to take a lot of editing. Again, if you stuck around to this end, congratulations, you are freaking awesome and sexy looking as well. Welcome to the exclusive clubs of the sexy beasts. A reminder again, check the link in the description for the video of the back roads. Just check out the video, see if you like it, and let me know if you do. And thank you everyone for sticking out this long. If you want to see more Car Mechanics Simulator 2018, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me see what you want me to do with the cars. Might be able to try and mess with the editor to get some other cars, like for example put a supercharged V8 into the Dodge Charger, turn it into a drag car. I'm going to try and unlock the racetrack and stuff like that as well, and engine tuning, which I haven't done yet. I think I need to do more story missions. We'll see. Might drift around with the RX-7 a little bit more, but you guys let me know what you want to see. Anyways, lads, as always, my name is MikeGoesBoom, and thank you for watching.
You can lift your head up to the sky, take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk the path among the lines with your shattered frame of mind. Or instead you could always stay. We can wait right here and play until somehow you can